Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Reggie Haynes, and this is the first edition of a new show called RKCM. It's going to feature myself and also my crew, who I talk about a lot on the Reggie Haynes in Africa YouTube page, and it is called the RHTV podcast. This is going to be a show that's designated for the RHTV podcast network. So RKCM is a show that's going to feature myself, Kudzi, Charles, and Michael, where we talk about different topics, and we're going to try to respond to them accordingly. And you're going to get different perspectives. You know, these are youths within the African, or as they say in the West, Black melanated community. And, I love to hear from these guys. So I'm awaiting them to log in. And for all the people that are going to be tuned in live, for all the people that are watching the pre-recorded version, I look forward to, hearing what you guys have to say. Please leave comments, and please share, these particular videos. So they're in the room now. I'm just waiting for them to send a request. And, once they do that, we'll be good to go. So, yeah, RKCM is the name of the show. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because we're going to be talking about, some very important topics today. So all you guys got to do is just press the camera button so you guys can send a request. So that way guys can come in live. Charles and Kudz. There we go. All right. Yep. Okay. And Kudzi, so I accepted. And then I'm accepting Kudzi as well. All right. So we got.
You see me?
No, the screen is, I can't really see that. Okay, sounds good. So I do see Michael and Kudz. What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
All right, sounds good. So I already, Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You guys can't see me?
I can't, but we can
No,
hear you
we
though.
can't see you.
We can hear you. That's what matters.
No, but we can't see you though.
Okay.
What were they? What did you use?
All right, sounds good. So, fellas, I've already gave the introduction. So, without further ado, Kudzi, then Charles, then Michael, you guys will introduce yourself to the viewers who are watching this for the first time.
Okay, welcome everybody. This is RKCM live. We are basically a podcast that's going to talk about topics that Michael, what do you got in mind? He's already laughing. Come on. Hey, there's no need to force me, okay? So basically what RKCM is, it's basically like an extension to, if you've already followed our podcast, the Reggie Haynes in Africa channel, you probably already know a bit about what we do. So when we're doing lives like this, we're basically we're doing podcasts, but with the viewers involved, so we can get questions while we're actually talking about the topic. That's what RKCM is. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Charles, did you want to do an introduction, my man?
Welcome to Africa.
Me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you.
You guys are kind of lacking, but then, yeah, so I think this guy said it all. That's the most important thing. I just hope that what we say here and what we discuss here will actually help people. It will actually reach the target or target audience that we want to reach. And yeah, I just hope we have fun, and I hope this actually turns out great. I'm
Sounds
sure.
good.
Oh yeah, so I just like to say, for those that don't know us, this is Reggie Haynes, the one on top. He's our mentor, Michael, and I'm Kudzi. The one that's a bit shy is Charles. The one in Africa. The one in Africa. He Charles. What's up with you, Charles?
I'm alive, bro. I'm alive. That's all that matters. I'm alive.
We love to hear it. We love to hear it.
Sounds good. All right, fellas. Thank y'all for the phenomenal introduction. So we're going to go to the first question. and this is going to be in chronological order: Kudzi, Charles, and then Michael. The question is, are we actually winning or just performing as a race of people? Are we actually winning or just performing? Kudzi, the floor is yours, man.
Oh, okay. So on the topic of are we winning or just performing? So I just like to say, let's talk about the two in separate ways. So winning, exactly, that you have a goal and you're chasing something that you want to achieve. And when we're talking about performing, that's what comes before the winning. But then some people tend to perform without seeing their end goal, where they're going exactly. I don't know what Michael has in mind about. Damn, I thought we were talking about chronological order. Unless Charles wants to go before you. That's okay. I'm already on the spotlight. Thank you. So yeah, basically what Kudzi's saying is correct. When we're saying are we actually winning or performing, I feel like in the case of winning, it's like when we have a unified goal, like Kudzi said, something that we're striving to achieve. And if we're making steps to go there, then yes, we are winning. But performing, on the other hand, is when we want to seem like we're doing something, seem like we're achieving something. I'll give an example of, I'm not gonna go there. Politics. I'm not gonna go there. So it's basically like when we're all for show. Let's say I'm a student studying for something. I tell my teachers, nah, I'm studying super hard. I'm trying my best. And I'm putting on this little facade that makes everything seem like I am reaching something or I am going somewhere. But really, I'm just there performing so that you, as a viewer, believe I'm doing something. So, yeah, I think that's what I think about this topic. Charles, what you got for us?
All right. Personally, I feel like I don't know if you guys can hear me because it's a little bit laggy on my side, but I feel like when we ask ourselves if we're winning or we're just performing, it has to do with what us as a race we are achieving at the end of the day. Are we leaving a mark here on earth? Are we leaving something that future generations can actually say, oh yeah, there was a Charles when in like 2026. And if we're just performing, I feel like it's in the angle of, are we just doing things to just please people who are around us at that certain moment? So it just depends on our impacts there in the short term, whereby we are just pleasing the people around us at that time, or is it something that we will live on for the next 50 years?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're talking about. Are we winning or are we just performing? Because some people tend to chase the praise more than they feel where they're trying to go exactly.
Yeah, right.
And shout out to my boy Ishida boy. We see you. And Black Service Podcast. We love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love.
So, for all the people that are tuned in live, for all the people that are watching the pre-recorded version, again, thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate it. So, I love all you guys' responses to that particular question. My take on it: are we actually winning, or are we just performing? I'm going to say, to answer that question, if we're talking about a group of people, we're performing. I feel like nowadays you see it, everybody's out for attention. They grab attention, but when you live a long time, you start seeing the before and after effects of life. And what I've seen is a lot of these people back in the 90s, back in the 2000s, early 2000s, who are performing, they're left with nothing. And it's because they sold their soul. It's because they were in it for all the wrong reasons: the money, the women, the fame. And now they have really nothing. So my thing is, I agree with you guys in the sense of stating that, yeah, it's about what you're doing for your people. If you're helping your people progress, then it's going to be a constant winning mentality for us all, because that's what winning actually is. If you're just doing it to perform, that means you're doing it for me and not we. So that's my response to that question. For all the viewers out there, I hope it was respectful enough for you guys to receive it. Moving on. Yeah,
So
no,
what you were
absolutely.
saying, what you were saying is people tend to live for the moment instead of what they're actually trying to achieve.
Not just that, but also I feel like there's a lot of people out here to where they're attention grabbing. Attention is one of the worst drugs that you could be addicted to. And unfortunately, it's a drug that a lot of people are addicted to. And it's not just in our communities, because I study different races of people, different groups of people. And when you have these particular individuals who are just so focused on attention, I don't think that they realize what comes along with that. And when, for instance, if somebody says, Reggie, I watched one of your movies. No, 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 no. You didn't watch my movie. You watched a movie that everybody who was a part of it, we were a part of. So that's our movie. That ain't my movie. It's our movie. So that's the difference between we and not me. People that think me, they're thinking selfishly. They're thinking about how can I progress. They're not thinking about unity. Not thinking about their communities. And another thing, I talked about this the other day. You got so many different celebrities, they'll move out of their communities instead of building their communities up with all the resources that they've gained from, said, the people who have got them to where they are.
Okay, okay. Okay, but I have a question for you though. Not to be, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here.
Play it.
You know that in some cases, right, especially in today's era, yeah, you could also win by attention grabbing. You know that, right? Like you, you are, what you call it? You act, you're a DJ, you are on social media a lot, but you do it for a good cause. Now, whether the cause is bad or good, I really don't care. But you say you want that attention for a cause. So now when you say that people who are just trying to grab attention might just be up for something or whatever they're doing, I feel like you're kind of contradicting yourself, don't you see?
No, because if I was contradicting myself, eventually it would have been exposed. Like that's what I'm
Mm.
saying. When you live a long time, you start seeing the aftermath of things. You start seeing the before and after effects of things. And I've seen a lot of people who went in, I'm doing this for my people. And then they end up being exposed. And then it's like, dude, you were never doing it for your people. You were doing it for selfish gain. So for me, just because I do all these different things doesn't mean that I'm contradicting myself, because at the end of the day, anytime any of my boys, any of my people need something, absolutely. How quick was I to pick up that phone when you guys were like, hey, Reggie, can we do this? Can we do that? Other people will say, let me see what I can do, and never get back to you. Are you using these resources and connections that you have to quickly come up with a result and a solution to help your people progress? That's what winning is. But contradicting is if you are actually using this celebrity status in order to benefit yourself only. And trust me, when you do that, oh, it's going to be exposed eventually. Might not be right then and there, but surely it will. That's my point.
Okay, cool. I guess I had to clarify that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. No, nobody else got anything else
All
to say
right.
about it?
So can I say something before we move
Sure.
on?
Of course, Sean.
All right. So uh I kind of agree with what Reggie's saying. Why? Because in the time that we've spent as a crew, I remember we did a video about this, right, on Regians in Africa, about this whole we and not me. What I've noticed is that um we began with a goal to actually uplift each other, and a goal that will help us and everyone around us achieve something greater and something better. And what I've seen, the only thing that Reggie has been trying to do from day one is to just try and leave something for us to move on with. Like, for example, the podcast, Kudzi and Michael, your podcast, that is literally a product of someone who believes in the whole we and not me. If it was someone who would have just been working on regions in Africa, but because it's someone
Exactly.
who knows that we need to uplift each other, that's why he was like, let's make sure that you guys have your own podcast, and now we're doing this. This is I don't want to say we have a real life example, but then Reggie is someone who should stand as an example that you just have to start small. It doesn't have to be big. You don't literally have to go build roads. It just starts with what you can do. You understand? It just starts with what you can do so that you can actually help everyone who's around you to actually achieve something. Like I've achieved a lot since last year. I'm a completely different person. I've grown in many ways. Why? Because I met someone who could actually uplift me. So what am I saying? This is what we call winning. This is what we call winning when we help each other. You do not win individually, right? This is a team sport. That's why there's a lot of us. So the only way we win is if we help each other. And how do we do that? We start with what we can. Start with the little things, stuff that you can just identify laying around. You just give it to someone who needs it, someone who actually know how to use it. You just have everything for yourself. So yeah, that's basically how I feel when it comes to this.
And I appreciate it, Charles, but I'm gonna say this too, and I've said this multiple times. I don't care if it's me. I'm just glad that it's being done, that our people are progressing. I don't care who the symbolism is or the message. I'm just glad that the message is getting across. I don't care if it's me or not. I'm just glad that it's being done.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. But my point was, it's not that I'm attacking on anyone or anything. I was saying, my question was here. Are they not situations where you do have to act to perform in order to win?
Act.
Like,
Like
like
elaborate on that.
when we're talking about getting attention from people, people are trying to get attention for different things, get accolades and all that. But what about the person? That's what I said. Reggie is a person who's getting attention for a cause. So I'm saying, can you not combine the two where you need to get that attention in order to push a cause? That's where my point was.
It just depends on what audience, and it depends on what the message is within the project that you're acting in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just
that was
depends.
my point.
It just depends. It all depends. Yep. Nothing from you, Kudz?
Me, honestly, the way I see it is to win, sure, you have to perform sometimes, but with this, you have to work as a team in order to reach your goal.
Unity. Unity.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. I agree. And for all the people that are watching live, we would love to hear your comments and your responses. And for all those people who are watching the pre-recorded version of this phenomenal episode, we would love to hear your responses as well. Shall I move on to the next topic? We have about 10, 15 minutes.
Sure. There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yep. All right. So the second, and this one I cannot answer. So I'm not even going to respond. So this is Kudzi, Charles, and Michael Tom. Being young, African, angry. Let's talk about it. Being young, African, and
Being
angry. Let's
young.
talk about it. Being
Can you
young,
repeat?
African, and angry. Let's talk about it.
Are you gonna say something? You can go first. Please say something.
Nobody wants to go?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Being young, African, and angry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. So, personally, I really don't get angry that much. But when I do, though, I don't really remember the times I'm mad. I would actually have to get a little bit more context out of that. Because in my situation, I am African and I am young. And on the contrary, I'm very happy. I'm very happy because the way I see it is a lot of people are not angry at themselves. It's the situation they're put in or the circumstances they're at. They're angry at themselves for not being better, right? So in that regard, when you get angry at yourself for not being able to do something, you start being angry at everything. Because we all know that it all starts within. So when you're mad at yourself, you're going to be mad at everything. Look at it this way. If I see my insecurities and my flaws all the time, when I see someone who's progressing or who's trying to work on themselves, I'm gonna feel like entitled to give my opinion and say, hey, why do you do that? Can't you see that the rest of us are suffering? And that person is gonna be like, I see that, right? But I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to go somewhere else. And I found that complaining and being angry is not gonna be doing too much for me. So I decided, why not start from within? Why not work on myself so maybe I can view the world as a better place? So being African, young and angry, I'm not sure about the angry part. That's someone else. But I would say I'm very happy being African and young because I've got a lot of potential. I'm African, bro. Like, look at us. We've got a lot of culture, we've got a lot of dance, we've got a lot of things to be happy about. We've got the richest continent, we've got most of the materials that the world has, that the world wants. We are basically standing at a stature of where we were given everything by the creator, and we are just here sulking like we have nothing. So you being young, African, and angry is a problem for someone else. I'm very happy. I don't know about you guys.
Thank you, Michael. Go
So
ahead, Charles.
how I see it exactly is being young and angry and African. I mean, to be honest, I am a bit of a pacifist.
Pacifist.
Yeah, pacifist.
You don't fight nobody.
So I'm more about peace, but then the way I see it is sometimes people feel they're represented in Africa. I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw in that stream. I'm not going to mention the name of the person, obviously, for obvious reasons. But I'm pretty sure they saw different parts of Africa. They saw the culture. They saw that we're not as how people saw us.
Like, yeah, Africa is really happy. We dance, we play. We've got all this nice food, all this nice stuff. I know the guy he's talking about. I'm also not gonna say the name.
So the way I'm seeing it is being young in Africa, there's a lot of cultural expectations, social pressure. The way you're seeing it is you have modern modern solutions, but also expectations from people that are from the older generation. So now you have misguided anger and you see solutions, but you also have to be within the lights to the people that are trying to direct you within the way that they see fit. Yeah, that's just how I see it anyway.
Charles, give us some.
All right. Personally, right, I feel like every every teenager or every young adult or every child has a stage in their life, you know. We have a stage whereby there's the carefree stage whereby you're just a baby, you don't have much you're worrying about because you're just going with the flow, you know what I'm saying? So that's a stage everyone goes through. Then comes the stage after that whereby you are growing up and you enter what you call the identity crisis stage whereby you're trying to be someone you're not, or if you're lucky you might skip that stage. So this whole young African and angry part, I feel like it's a matter of what stage of your life you're in. Trust me, if you are at a later stage, this whole angry, you actually find yourself. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself, and you will move from all this other stuff that might actually be getting in your way or that might be bringing you down. For example, we might be trying to be people we're not as Africans, as young Africans. We might be trying to maybe follow Western culture or stuff like that. But then when you reach a certain stage, like for example, you skip that stage. Like I said, there's 3 stages. You have the very young baby kind of stage whereby you do not care about anything. Then you have the middle stage whereby you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your group, you know what I'm saying, like where you fit in. And young Africans have a challenge of having an option whereby they can be as Western as they like. So therefore, you might be angry. Why? Because you might not fit the standards of the Western culture. You get what I'm saying? Then when you when you pass that stage, trust me, the whole angry part will disappear. Why? Because you be at a more mature stage, and you'll be more aware of yourself. And if you're lucky, you might even know that you do not need to try to be anyone else. You do not need to be angry at things that are trivial and are not even as important. So you just need to like love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself, and trust me, you will grow out of anything that might be getting in your way. So angry, personally, like Michael said, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I am at a part of my life that I love, and I'm moving on from stuff that would make me angry maybe a couple of years back. That's why I said this is a stage that most African children go through. So it's just a matter of can you go past it? It's just a phase, honestly, the way I see it.
Sounds good. So I'm going to speak from an adult perspective and say I'm very proud of you guys because for you guys to be this young and have that mentality of not allowing anger to get the best of you, that's something that a lot of us adults can definitely learn from. So for those people that don't know, anger, uh, it leads you to have toxins that flood the brain, and then that also leads you to not make rational decisions. And, when your judgment is clouded, that's where mistakes come about. So proud of you guys for, having a mentality of allowing yourselves to be in full control of your emotions to the point to where anger doesn't get the best of you. So that's basically all I have to say. I know we're running short on time. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this segment of the RKCM podcast or talk show, whatever you guys want to call it. We're going to call this 2-minute warning. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these 3 gentlemen 2 minutes to basically give their final thoughts of, how they felt about this show and anything that they want to express to the audience that's watching live or on the pre-recorded version. And we can start right now with Kudzi. Kudzi, your final 2 minutes, my man.
How I felt about the podcast?
Yeah, just your final 2 words. Your final two. Excuse me, the 2 minutes of anything that you want to say to the audience in regards to today's topic or just anything in general.
Okay. I just had a few questions for the audience. Yeah. So it's from the first topic that we're talking about. It's are you chasing applause or progress? You remember our first topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we
Are you
winning
actually
or just
winning?
performing?
Or are you just performing? Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, the question was for the audience, for whatever you're doing, whatever you feel like you are chasing, the question from you was, do you feel like you're winning or do you feel like you're doing it just because people are watching? Yeah, that
Okay.
was my question.
Sounds good. And for all those people that are watching live, the pre-recorded version, hey, we'll be looking forward to hearing back from you. And hopefully you guys answer that question accordingly in the comments. Kudzi, any final words to all the viewers who have tuned in today?
Thank you for watching the podcast. This is our RKCM, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, this is RKCM live, and we'll see you in our next podcast.
Sounds good. All right, Michael, the floor is yours.
I thought we were being chronological.
Well,
What are you doing,
the
man?
reason I wanted to do it this way was because I know that you and Kudzi are a part of the Too Real for the World podcast. So I was going to announce after you were done, you have just heard from both of the hosts from the Too Real for the World podcast, and you can check all of their previous episodes on the RHTV podcast network. See how I was
Way
trying
to
to plug in that
spoil
promotion?
it, baby.
What's your
Way
question?
to spoil the fun. Way. You
Well, I
spoiled
didn't
it for
spoil.
the fans.
I technically I didn't. You did. If you would have just let me be the host of this show and let me do my thing instead
No,
of trying to interject.
you the one talking about introducing the host and da.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I
thank
just gave
you.
you your plug. I gave you your plug. Yeah, your plug is in
But
there.
thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
My
You're
final
welcome.
thoughts about this is I felt great. I feel like this was an interesting topic. Well, these were interesting topics. Winning or versus performing. I like that one because it resonates deep with me. Because I got into a stage where I was actually just performing. Like I was just doing things without no direction. When I finally sat down and got some guidance, that's when I started noticing that I'm actually kind of losing. Maybe I should start winning. And I started winning, and it feels good. Feels good. So, to anybody who watched this, my key takeaway about this is don't be afraid to be yourself. Like, if you need guidance and if you have questions, ask someone. Ask your friend, ask your mother, ask Reggie, ask me, ask Kudzi, ask Charles, ask anyone. Just know that this stage you're going through, you are going to find yourself. And when you do know what you want and what you like, you have every right to go after it. As long as it's not harmful to other people, though. Go after it and win. The life is yours. God gave you this life. Don't waste it. That's my takeaway.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Michael. And any final words to the people that are watching? Any thanks or anything?
Damn, I thought
My
those were
turn.
the finals.
Because I feel like Charles wants to say something.
Yeah, Charles has been itching to say something. I can see him
Sounds good.
twitching over
Okay, we're gonna hear our final
Not
word
exactly.
from
Not
Charles.
exactly. Not exactly. But then, yes, of course, I do have something to say. I just want to thank everyone who's supporting, everyone who's watching, everyone who's taking time. Again, I repeat, our goal is to just maybe pass peace to everyone. Our goal is to make sure that everyone's doing good out there. Our goal is to make sure that everyone succeeds and pass the little bit of wisdom that we have. Not saying that we know everything, but then we're just trying to help each other. I'll help you, you help me. It's about we and not me. Jesus loves you. Jesus
Why
loves
don't you
you.
become a
Just
rapper,
know that you
man?
are phenomenal.
I love the rhymes, bro.
What do you mean, bro?
Help
Huh?
me, help
You say
you,
what?
help us, help everybody.
Yeah,
I love the
we just
rhymes.
trying to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to help everyone. Just know that you're phenomenal. You're a queen. You're a king. Just know that whatever that might be going on, you get past it. You get past it with the Lord's help. Just try your best to just stay close to the Lord and whatever is your comfort space, not just trying to like shift everything to a Christian perspective. Just know that whatever is your comfort space, whatever you believe in, just believe in that and just have hope that everything will work out. And just tune in every Sunday. Every Sunday, just tune in this time and hear us for and just pass our opinion. And thank you for watching.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Charles. So, for all those people who have tuned in live, please tune in next time on our next episode where we will talk about these particular topics. Nobody warned us about this part of growing up, which I will dive into that as well. And then, if we have enough time, we will try to touch on the topic of do we want freedom or just validation? And for those people who do not
I
know
like that one.
handles for these particular individuals, if you want to follow Charles, please follow him on Instagram at Charles. Well, that is CHARL.ES_WYTT. And then for Kuds, you got a long one here, but it is at JAHSEHDENZELONGON MROY. I will not repeat that, so you guys have to catch it the first time. But all in all, for all of those people that want to follow you, Michael, do you have a handle for them to follow?
It's at Michael, right?
What?
Your
I'm not
Instagram
really
handle?
on Instagram. I'm
Okay.
not really on Instagram that much.
Okay.
Like
No
I
problem.
said, it's about winning, not performing.
Sounds good. So for all those people who
What
have
what
tuned
you
in,
gonna say? What you gonna say about us who are on Instagram, bro? What do you
Like,
mean,
were
bro?
you not
You
listening
gonna
to
say
the
we're
live,
performing, bro?
Charles? I said there are people like you who actually do the attention thing for a cause. It's not like I'm saying it's bad to be on social media
It's
because you
okay.
might be doing.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
thank you so
okay.
much,
It's
Kudzi.
okay.
We appreciate you doing the mute button. So for all those people who are watching live, all those people who are watching the pre-recorded version, this is the team, RKCM, and this is a new show that will be premiering every Sunday on the RHTV Podcast Network. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. You have tuned in to the first edition of the RKCM podcast, where you have myself, Kudzi, Charles, and Michael presenting their opinions and their takes on different topics that we are going to present to you guys. And we hope to see you guys next time. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're signing off. Peace and love.